gotta tell you, that's the man Georgie B, Miss Official. Check that song out, man. It's on YG as well. Well, ladies and gentlemen, once again, if you're just tuning in, as always, there's the legend on our Rep Lib. My apology to those that have been waiting. The show been down for a while, technical difficulty, but nevertheless, we are back to full effect. We are back with coming strong, man. You know, at our Rep Lib, we can keep down for long. And today, man, I'm happy to have a wonderful guest. This gentleman been very patient with me while I went through the technical difficulty, and unfortunately also we will not be live in Liberia due to technical difficulty. But you know, for all those that are listening, was waiting to listen in Liberia, my apology. But nevertheless, you can check out www.radiolib.com. We are live on there, so you can check it out, and we also going to save the audio for those that won't have the chance to listen. You can listen later on. With that being said, man, let me welcome to the show the man Mezonic, all the way from North Carolina. What's going on, brother?
What's up, man? Thank you so much for having me, man. It's been a minute. I've been trying to get on this show, but I'm finally on here, and I'm happy.
Well, thanks, man. You know, sometimes it's not easy, brother. Everybody want to be on the show, man. So we have to, you know, shuffle the schedule a little bit here and there. So let me just apologize. I know you've been hitting me up a lot to come on the show, but I mean, hey, never late than never, right? Better late than never.
Exactly. So I'm just happy to, you know, be on here to finally speak to my Liberian people directly. I know there are people all around the globe just listening to this right now. I'm very excited to be talking to you guys, and I look forward to your questions and comments.
All right, well, thanks. I mean, basically, the format of the show is just a regular conversation. We're just going to be talking about some of the stuff you got going on. So let's just jump right to it, man. For those that don't know who the man Mezonic is, you know, and how you got started with the whole music business, please let our listeners know.
Okay, for those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Mezonic. The name that we originated back home, you know, we had a little rap group on the old called Ladies Boys. Some of my friends Emmanuel D, that, you know, different people that are on the old with me, but they're in different parts of the country right now. And we started a little thing as fun in Liberia, and it was like around 93, 94. But before that, I mean, I was always passionate about music. You know, I always felt like I was going to do music in my life. So, but as far as my name, Mezonic, is derived from my original name, which is Mezonic. And a lot of my friends just started calling me Mezonic as a kind of like a nickname. So, whenever I decided, okay, I want to do this music thing, I was thinking, like, what name can I use? And I just decided to go back to that name that was already given to me by my friends, which kind of stuck anyway. So that's where the name came from. As far as how I got started with the music thing, I've always been intrigued about music, but at the same time, I was always into like computers and electronics. So I didn't really take music really seriously until I moved to Atlanta to go to college, and it was around close to my graduation time, like around 2002, that I met a friend of mine. He was a producer, had a decent studio, and I was like, well, you know, I'm more into the production side of things right now, so I want to try to learn how to use these equipments and make my own beats. And from there on, he started showing me. I ran into some people that were connected to Akon, and they were heavy into music at the time, so they started kind of giving me a little pointers here and there on what to do and how to go about starting things. And that was it. Once I learned how to use the equipment as far as production, I decided, well, I want to go into business for myself. At the time, and this was around 2003, 2004 now, I started buying equipment and basically built a studio in my parents' home. And that's how I started with the whole thing. I didn't really put an album out, though, until 2006. So this year will be my 10th year anniversary for my first album, which is called Liberia What's Left. So if y'all haven't heard the song on there, you can go check it out. But yeah, so that was how I kind of got started in the whole music thing. And since then, of course, I've done so many projects, videos, and albums, full albums, mixtapes, and produced like full albums for artists as well.
Okay, so let's talk a little. We'll come back to the music part of it. You singing. Let's talk a little bit about the production part of it. Can you elaborate on that? I mean, do you produce for other artists? Do you make beats? Do you have a label that other artists are under? Like, how does the whole production thing work?
So with the production again, when I started my record company back in like 2005, once I started buying equipment, I went into the whole thing of registering my business and kind of legalizing the business. But I started producing. I started making a lot of beats for artists, and I started bringing some artists on. The people I started with first were people like Tricky P. He later changed his name from Mill, and I guess he was living in Raleigh, North Carolina. My cousin who passed last year, Royalty, So those were the people that we all kind of started to get. A Black Diamond and his crew used to come down, or they came down a few times for us to do some work together. So yeah, I produce a lot of instrumentals, a lot of beats, and then I have my own record company. As of late, things have been a little bit different, so I've been more on the affiliation side of things. So I work with people like Jimmy Blackie, and I partnered up back in 2012, and we've been doing music back to back. I mean, we have a mixtape / album out. It's been out since 2014 called African Kings of Hip Hop, and so I work with him on that, and I work with some other artists like Tuki and some other people as well. I produced 2 full albums for a group out of the Carolinas called Carolina's B-Fam. They're like a teenage group. I produced the 2 albums. There were things I wanted to do with them as far as management goes, but the manager wasn't kind of with it at the time, so we parted ways on good terms. But the albums still belong to my record company. If you go look at the catalog of music I have put out over the years, those albums are still there as along with the newer stuff I've done and older stuff too. So yes, I do produce, and I have my own record label.
Awesome. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuning in, this is a show I Rep Lib, a show dedicated to putting a spotlight on Liberian entertainers and Liberian entertainment. And today we are talking to the brother, the man Mezonic, from Mezonic Record Production. That's the name of your label, right?
Yeah, so the name of my label, it originated as Mezonic Records, but I kind of got into other things, so I just cut it short to MRPE LLC, and that stands for Mezonic Records Production Entertainment, and LLC, of course, is Limited Liability Corporation, so right. That's what that stands for.
So so the extension of entertainment, not just production, entertainment. So basically, I would assume you also do videos and other stuff as well, not just music, or not just recording or producing songs.
That's exactly right. So with the entertainment aspect, we're talking about everything from live shows, to we even did a movie here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get the cast back, so I really wanted to make the movie at least an hour and 30 minutes long, and it was just hard getting people back. But the movie is online on YouTube. It's called Who's Yours with Me, so you can go and check that out.
Yeah, I seen that movie.
Yeah, so we will get into a whole bunch of stuff, but now my focus is really back on the music. I'm gonna in music videos, so instead of me spending that time doing movies, I'm gonna just make my music videos become kind of like movies, like short films, if you will. So that's my focus as of now. But yeah, I mean, we do do certain things. As far as shows, we're always going to do shows. You know, shows are really the way how we Liberian artists are going to move ahead. And, you know, it's just with the Liberian music industry, you know, I really want you to ask me some questions. I don't want to go into a whole random thing, but with Liberian music,
it's okay. You can rant all you want, and I definitely gonna ask you a question. That's what the show is about. We come and we speak our mind. You know, we don't bite, we don't blow. We speak, we talk as it is. So whatever on your mind, my brother, there's a place to lay out, man.
Right. So with the Liberian music industry, we already had an opportunity to move forward. And when I say move forward, I mean like move forward in a big way. But the problem is we have to have these DJs on our side. I'm not bashing any DJ. Matter of fact, my whole perspective as dealing with DJs are a little bit different than before. So nowadays, even with my little solo, I've been calling DJs, people who don't even want to answer the phones, trying to make friends, trying to do things, telling them, look, get behind the scene, let people hear at baby showers, birthday parties, weddings, whatever matter, let them hear music, because that's what we need to do. We need to forget about all the bad blood we had in the past with DJs, and just look forward. The DJs, on the other hand, too, I feel like they could build a little network structure to where they're really putting serious artists on. In other words, putting serious artists music in rotation in these clubs, so it could turn into a money situation, because the more people hear the song, the more people are going to want to purchase the song, the more people are going to want to see the artist perform, and everything is going to trickle down into that aspect. The DJ is going to make money, because if a DJ contacts me in Louisville, Kentucky, about people wanting to see me, I'm not going to go deal with another DJ there, unless maybe he's booked for that day. I'll probably try to work with him, because he was the one who made the contact. So that's how the money could get back to us. And at the end of it all, we still have to think about Liberia. So the money still has to go back to Liberia in some type of way. Whether it means we as artists on this side, we need to sponsor one artist on that side, or we as artists on the side need to put some people to work to kind of work our records in the streets in Liberia and on the radio and in different places. We have to do that so the money can also go to Liberia, because if we just doing stuff on the side and not really helping back home, what is that saying about us? So, you know, it's a huge thing, but it's not far-fetched. I really feel like we're at a place where our people are finally beginning to appreciate our sound, our music, and we just have to continue to let that be heard, you know, let our music be heard out there.
Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, once again, we are talking to the man Mezonic. We have a lot to cover, including his upcoming album and a couple of songs we're going to play. But then again, we have a lot more to cover with the entertainment industry, because I believe, personally, the more you talk about these things, the more people turn to recognize it and pay attention to it. Now, Mezonic, before we come back to your music part for which you are on the show today, let's extend what you just said about the DJs and the responsibility of the DJs. Let me also extend the responsibility of the artists themselves. So my understanding as to the way it works in the US, and bear with me, I'm mostly on the artist side and advocating for the artists and trying to encourage Liberian DJs to play more Liberian music. I hardly go out, but when I do, I usually go to the DJ and say, can you play this, can you play that? Back in the day, it would be like, oh, Liberian artists Liberian have no beat, no dance beat, Liberian have no music. Now things have changed, but at the same time, in the US, let's take New York for example. Let's take 107.1 or whatever, one of the hottest radio station in the Bronx. If you're driving down New York and you put that radio station on, I guarantee you, after 10 minutes of listening to one song, you will hear the same song over and over and over, and it makes you feel like, oh, what the heck? It's like the only song, is this the only song they got? They will play Drake, they will come back to Drake, they will play more Drake, they will come back to a couple of songs and then go back to Drake. And then the reason for that is because some of these companies which the artists are under are kind of compensating these radio stations and kind of compensating these DJs to play the music. On the other hand, I'm not saying Liberian artists should be paying the DJs, which won't be good. But sometimes, man, some of these artists, you guys have shows and stuff and make money, but you don't even give back to the DJ. You don't even say, my man, let's little something here and there. Thank you, nothing. But then we hold the DJs and made it seem like it's their obligation to promote Liberian artists, when Liberian artists themselves, some of them, one, can't promote themselves, and two, they don't even want to affiliate with the DJ. Let's take for example, I just did a website, Roger, which I'm pretty sure you heard of, right?
Yes.
And I urge people, because I believe that this can be a platform that can showcase Liberian entertainment. Now, a lot of the artists have been reaching out. I ain't gonna lie about that. But sometimes it's still hard. Those artists, they'll rather promote their stuff on YouTube or SoundCloud and other places than to promote it on Reggie. Now, there's absolutely nothing wrong with trying to extend your audience, trying to promote it. But I can see that if you're promoting YouTube or SoundCloud, add something that was built by a Liberian on there also, but they're not doing it. I'm asking people to even reach out to artists to even make a quick 45-second video promoting the website. Few artists have done, a few people have done. Everybody else, oh, my brother, I would do it. It's like some of those stuff is something we're not, as a group, we are a little bit skeptical of one another. We rather do things and don't trust this other person, or feel that, oh, this person making money off of this, why should I do it? And there is something that has to change within the Liberian entertainment industry, be it the artists, be it the promoters, be it the producers, be it the DJs. Everybody that have to do something with entertainment, we all need to work together. Let me get your perspective on that.
Yeah, everything you said made sense, and my perspective is, let's start with the American music industry. The American music industry is very different. First of all, when it comes to hip-hop is very saturated. And right now, we're not really sure why they're deciding to push dumb down artists. What I mean by that is they're deciding to push artists that are not really good as compared to people like Nas on the radio. I mean, it could be several factors, but when it comes to the American music industry, these record labels spend at least $100,000 to promote one single. At least. I've done research on this for years, so I know. So if they're spending $100,000 to promote one single, so let's say they got one main radio promoter who gets the music out to all these radio stations. Now, with that being said, we don't know what goes on in the background, whether the radio promoter is using some of this money to pay for ads on his radio station, or just paying the program director directly some of that money that they got to promote this single. Of course, they're gonna focus their attention on the top 20 or top 10 stations in the country first, because once those stations follow the record, every other station will jump on that record. So that's how that situation works. Because the Liberian music industry is not structured. So in other words, what I'm saying is, if the DJs can get together and say, you know what, we got 20 main DJs. We got DJ Bossman, for example, DJ Shine. We got all these DJs in different parts of the country that's going to come together and say, you know what, let's just charge the artists, maybe, I'm just throwing a figure out there, let's charge them $150 per single or $100 per single, but with that $100, we're going to be able to spread the music all over the place. We're not going to guarantee airplay as far as things in the club and this and that, but we're going to definitely play the music, So with that being said, you have a money system right there. So now, being honest, when you release a song, you're not just going big DJ. You pay your $100, the DJ get it out to everybody. Now, it's going to be up to that DJ in that area. If he's feeling the song, he could play it more. If he's not feeling it, you don't have to play it. But if he's feeling it, you could make contact with the artist and say, look, man, I'm playing your stuff, people really like it here, let's work out a show situation. Right then and there, you have a situation where the artist could go in another city and make money, the DJ can make money too, And that's how we're going to build a system. Everything can't be for free. With your website situation, the same thing. Charge the artist $25. For the people who are not serious, let them fall back. The people who are serious, man, I spent hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars on radio airplay over the years, not even hundreds. Thousands of dollars, and trust me, my thousands were still peanuts compared to what major record labels pay. So, I was getting scattered charts here and there around the country. People were playing my stuff this time of the night and this time of the day, but it's not the same as compared to being in rotation. So you have a platform that's good like that for the audience. You tell them, look, this is what it's going to be, man. You pay $25, you get on my site, and the people around the world, you just use that money to continue to promote your website where everybody around the world will know about it. And that's how we do it. But we can't, this free thing all the time, it's not really working out for anybody, because if I call a DJ and he's not being direct with me on what to do, then I don't even know if my single will ever get played, But if he's direct, look, man, I could spin your stuff, but it's going to cost you $100. I prefer a network system. That way, all the DJs get it. You know what I'm saying? That way, I'm not paying this person $200 and turning around paying $500 on the other side and turning around paying $1,000. I don't want to do that. I want to pay, like, if it's $500, let me just pay you all the $500. Then do what you got to do and keep my song in rotation. That way, every club in this country or anywhere around the world, like my big DJs are all through Europe and Australia. Everywhere these artists could be heard. You know what I'm saying? All of us could get heard. And that way we all could make money and move around. And moving around is what's going to give us the money. So, with what you said, everything makes sense, but we really have to start charging for our services. That's basically how it's going to work.
Well, we're talking to the brother Mezonic. We're laying everything on the table. If you would like to call and ask a question or comment, the phone number is 412-927-0162. Once again, it's 412-927-0162, or look us up on Skype. If you anywhere around the world listening right now would like to call, just look us up on Skype. Look for Radio LIB or Radio LIB Legend and give us a call. It's free. 412-927-0162. Let's move back a little bit and talk about your music. The genre of music you do mostly is rap. Am I correct?
Yeah, so most of the music I make is really geared towards conscious hip hop. For those of you who don't understand what conscious hip hop is, it's almost like Bob Marley type of music that makes sense, music for the people, music that's not always about dancing and partying. Mm-hmm. So, sometimes you can call it serious music or whatever, but that's the majority of what I do. But I also make different forms of music, so I do that, and then I do the party rap thing too, because I feel like sometimes I'm not going to be in a serious mood every day as a person. Right. So sometimes I'm going to be serious, sometimes I'm going to be jolly and happy, so I have to make happy music. Sometimes I'm going to feel like dancing to reggaeton. So, as a producer, I'm able to produce reggaeton-sounding beats or reggae or even Afro-pop beats or Afro beats and make music according to how I feel. So, but the bulk of the core of what I do is conscious hip-hop. But now with Liberian people, we at a point in our life where, seriously, we've been through too much over the years. So, I figure it's better to make people happy. So when it comes to Liberian music, which is what I'm going to be doing a little bit more of, you can expect for me to make you happy. I might get serious once in a while, but most of my music will be kind of jolly music that make you dance and stuff like that. But yeah, as far as hip hop goes, I make conscious hip hop. I do, of course, a little bit of pop here and there. Afro pop. Yeah,
because that was going to be my next question as to the kind of music you make. Who do you try to reach out to? Because Liberian people, to be like, the other music, I can dance to it. Or I want Liberian music. And Liberians say that a lot. They try to put artists in a box and say, oh, hi, I'm a Liberian, making Liberian music. Without understanding how music work. So your style of music, like, I mean, now you're saying you're gonna start making more dance music and stuff, but before that, your style of music and your music, who did you try to target? Was it primarily Liberian or just like the general audience?
Well, no, not necessarily. It's good you brought up that word, targeting, because we as artists, we really don't, a lot of artists don't understand target market or target audience. So for me, I was drawn to hip hop. As far as making hip hop, I was drawn to it with artists like Mos Def, The Roots, Talib Kweli. That's what I was into when I really started listening to hip hop. I wasn't necessarily into the Drakes and stuff like that. Now, J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar, those are the types of artists I listen to or I would spend my money to buy. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I'm a conscious type of individual at heart. I see the oppression Black people and Africans have faced for centuries, and I can't be quiet about that. So the core message of what I'm doing is really centered around that. You see what I mean? It's really centered around that. But with that being said, at the same time, I could make music that's happy, like, you know, I made some pop records in the past. All my albums, if you purchase an album from me, it's never going to just have all conscious hip-hop. It will have conscious hip-hop, but it will have a little bit of party rap on there, and then it will have a little bit of, like, kind of Afro-sounding songs. You know what I'm saying? So I always do it like that. I've always done it like that, if you even go back to my first album. So I'll always have conscious records, but then at the same time I will have party songs and then songs that reflect my actual culture and where I'm from. So
okay, and that's wonderful. It seems like we have the same taste in music, because all the names that you mentioned, and up to now, I still listen to them. I still listen to my man Mos Def, even if they're old music. You know, I got it in rotation. Talib Kweli, definitely, and all those other names you call, man. J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar. Those are people that I actually listen to, because I love conscious hip hop. You know, yeah. not these new stuff that we making nowadays that have no seasoning in it. You know what I mean? But let's go to one of your songs real quick. Maybe I will let you introduce one. I actually have 4 that you send me. So we'll just pick one and talk a little bit about it, so that we can play it.
Okay. Well, we're gonna start with which 4 did I send you right now?
African Girls, Energy, Seductive Measures, and Victory Lab. Okay,
we're gonna go with African Girls first, and basically African Girls is African Girls. The real audience for this song is not necessarily African people, but I mean, of course, I would be happy if African people love it. You know, it's like introducing African women to the world. Like, look, our women are beautiful. Our women can cook. Our women are sexy. You know, our women are educated and smart. This is all this song is talking about. Like, pay attention to our women too, because all you have on TV is European standards of beauty, and that's not what life is all about. I mean, we talking about natural beauty. So women back there don't even wear makeups and all of that, but it's still look beautiful. So this is what African Girls is about. I mean, really for everybody to appreciate, but the core audience was not necessarily African people. It's just for the rest of the world to know that, hey, look, we're here, and our women are beautiful too. So let's jump into African Girls.
Alright, that's what's up. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is the man Mezonic, and this one, for your listening pleasure, is called African Girls. Yo, stay tuned. 412-927-0162. We'll be right back on the show. I Rep Lib live on Radio LIB. Stay tuned.
Yeah. I told my boy Black to hop on this one. He said, no, bruh, it's all you. I'm like, okay, I got this. African girl, sexy African girl, twerk it, African girl, shake it, African girl, move it, African girl, move it, African girl, shake it, African girl, twerk it, African girl, twerk it, African girl, Liberian African girl, Ghanaian African girl, Nigerian African girl, Guinean African African girl. Tunisia, immaculate flow out the gate. Take your scrape your dinner plate. Hot flashes on your face. She keeps asking me for a date. For a grab, once away. Feel the flow, smell the craze. Head is twisted in the days. Lost, running in the maze. Fast backstage or another phase. It's for the smoke, it's for the blaze. African girls, they wanna taste. Exotic, feel the embrace. From the world, they want the beautiful girls. Deserve more than pearls. Love the way you flaunt your curves. Girl, sexy African girl. Work it, African girl. Shake it, African girl. Move it, African girl. Move it, African girl. Shake it, African girl. Work it, African girl. Work it, African girl. Sierra Leone, African girl. Sudanese, African girl. Senegalese, African girl. Algerian, African girl. Colombian, African girl. South African, African girl. Cameroonian, African girl. Sexy African girls. Give the credit or where it's due. African girls are beautiful. Skin tone, all natural. Their cooking style so special. Give you water in mouth when it's crucial. Good women most are fruitful. If you treat them right, never critical. Different culture, different style. Some are cool, man, some are wild. They love this flow, they jack my style. They sweating and dancing in the crowd. When honey's here, it is, they bound to smile. When Pooh's here, they have to growl. Making her sweat, she needs a towel. They respect the boy, and I make them bow. African girl, sexy African girl. Twerk it, African girl. Shake it, African girl. Move it, African girl. Move it, African girl. Shake it, African girl. Twerk it, African girl. Twerk it, African girl. Ethiopian, African girl. Malian, African girl. Djiboutian, African girl. Sexy African girl. Zambian, African girl. Congolese, African girl. Tanzanian, African girl. Sexy African. I don't know which way to say it. All I know, DJ's gonna play it. Giving you full version of snippets. Think the boys bumping while I whip it. Bouncers pop like you wanna hear it. Actors faking about it. Extras, you know they're gonna cheer it. Google, hot African girl. She's perky, fellas want her world. She's hefty, they wanna see her twerk. Ethiopian, long hair, don't care. Liberian, sassy, don't think
All right, African girls, man. That's a hot beat over there. I can understand what a man meant by, just sometimes in the music that you can just cruise to and still, bob your head to. And this one is definitely one of them. At the same time, trying to, represent, trying to encourage people to put focus on African girls. He went ahead and naming different countries and the girls, including Liberia. I heard Ethiopia. I heard a couple of African countries as well. And ladies and gentlemen, we are talking to the man Mezonic. I just missed a phone call from somebody. The music was on, so I couldn't answer. So if you're listening, you can call back 412-927-0162. It's the number to call, 412-927-0162. And if you're on Skype, look for us on Skype. Look for Radio LIB or Radio LIB Legend. Give us a call, man. We are here. Talking to the man Mezonic. So Mezonic, my understanding is this song African Girls is part of your upcoming album. Am I correct?
Well, actually, the album is out. The album is already out.
It's already out. So, okay.
Yeah, the album was initially released. And when I say initially, that was like the first rollout was around December 9th, which is my birthday. Mm-hmm. So I did the first rollout, but then I ended up getting a huge distribution deal for this album. So if you go, the album is on BestBuy.com, Amazon. People could purchase this album in any part of the world as long as it has shipping. If you could receive shipping in your place, even in Liberia, I think they got the shipping thing going now. So if you could receive shipping, you could go on Best Buy, you could go on Amazon, so many websites have this, and stores in the U.S. carry this album right now. That was the second rollout, which was around June the 10th. I had to even change the cover, the way the cover looks and all of that. So that I have two different covers of this album. So the first cover is a little bit different. It's the old jewel case, but then the new cover is like the Digipack case. So, yeah, the album is already out. I mean, I've been getting some really good reviews from it. I've been getting a lot of people hit me up all over the net about it, and I mean, I'm just loving it, man. I mean, I'd like to really just talk a little bit more, but if you have questions, go ahead and ask me, and then I'll go into it.
No, let's talk a little bit about it. Just go ahead, talk a little bit about the album, and let us know what it's all about.
So this album, basically, I released it again. The first rollout was December the 9th. And the work that went into it, though, I had moved to Louisville, Kentucky around 2012, so some of the songs I recorded while I was there is on the album as well. I hadn't released an album since I want to believe it was 2011 or 2012. Of course, in between that, I did a mixtape around 2014, and one or two mixtapes actually. But I did a mixtape / album with Jimmy Black around 2014. So it took a while for me to come out with this project. And it was because maybe I was deploying Charlotte and in another state, and I was just really trying to figure out what I want to do. Because at the time too, a lot of artists tend to kind of go what's hot. Mixtapes were a little bit hot. I felt like, why am I focusing on albums when I could be focusing on mixtape? Of course, that was a mistake on my part. Because if you're a serious artist, you should always be thinking about albums. It's easier to sell an album as a whole piece as opposed to selling a mixtape. Of course, when you just starting out, it's a little bit different. Maybe if you just starting out with music, your very first project could be a mixtape. But yeah, the album, I had productions from Infectious Michael on this album. I had production from Sequence Beats, Victory Beats, and then I produced a lot of songs on the album as well. As far as the track listing on the album, and every track, as you hear these tracks, it's really gonna make you start thinking like, okay, I see where he was going. The name of the album is called Inspire 2, and the subtitle is called Redemption of the Ghettos Worldwide. So, I mean, I'm not even going to explain that one. You can just think about it, Redemption of the Ghettos Worldwide. But the name again of the album was Inspire 2. I came up with Inspire 1 back in 2009, and this is Inspire 2 here. So the track titles from track 1, we have a song called Come to America. And briefly about that, I mean, it's just about our experiences as immigrants coming to this country. And, a lot of people come here for different reasons. People come here to further their education. People come here for business. But some people get sidetracked. Some people go with the wrong crowd. So I'm talking about all these issues in Come to America. The next track is Back Against the Wall. I was really going through a tough time. At the particular time, I started my own business, decided to step out of corporate America for a little bit, and of course, the time the business was not really going the way I wanted it to. So financially, I wasn't at a good place. A lot of people are scared to talk about stuff like that, but it's just how I was feeling. A lot of us go through normal things like that. Even the white folks go through that too. We're all humans. So that's what Back Against the Wall is about. So the next song is Motivation. So Motivation is just piggyback on Back Against the Wall. So my back was against the wall. What is it that's going to motivate me to get up and get out there and support my family? You see what I'm saying? Okay. So Motivation is where I came in after that song. The next song is kind of off topic a little bit, but it's still centered around being inspired. It's called Small Town Girl. There was a friend of mine who explained some stories to me. She was trying to become a doctor. She moved from a small city, but then she got sidetracked as well. So she started, basically stripping and all that kind of extra stuff. And of course, it led her to the wrong place. She didn't really achieve her goal. So that's what Small Town Girl is about. The next song on here is Seductive Measures. Seductive Measures is basically, it's a fun kind of R&B rap song. Just basically, I guess appreciating a beautiful woman, something like that. The next song on here is Plastic Surgery. A lot of females don't like this song, but it's the truth. I'm talking about how the U.S. is so infatuated with plastic surgery. It's like people watch TV, to see what's going on in Hollywood, and everybody's trying to emulate that and kind of copy that. People are saving money, even if they're broke, they're struggling saving money just to do plastic surgery. So that's what that song is about. It goes into something even deeper with the bleaching crisis we have in Africa. This is throughout Africa now. It's not in just one country, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of people are experiencing stuff like that. Now, don't get me wrong, people may bleach for several reasons, or people may do plastic surgery for several reasons. Some reasons will be legit, like if someone, like for instance, if someone is doing plastic surgery because their face is deformed, that's completely different because they had an accident. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But if they're doing it just to beautify themselves, but not really looking at the detrimental effects, then that's something else, So that's what plastic surgery talks about. The next song is Ghetto Authors. Ghetto Authors is a song, basically, I'm just telling rappers, poets, people who have the power of speech to speak on a song and really get the masses to hear it, to be an example for the youth, because the youth are listening to these things they're saying, and if they're telling the youth to live cleanly and go out shooting people, see what's happening in Chicago. A lot of young brothers out there just shooting people for no reason, and that's because of the type of music, the influence of the music they're getting. But I bet you if there was more artists out here telling people, look, man, you ain't gotta be shooting people, you could go to school and achieve something for yourself, it would be a whole different ballgame. So that's what Ghetto Authors is about. The next song, I featured two of my homegirls. One is called Benatti, the other girl is Darius. Mm-hmm. Benatti was here, I think she's in North Dakota now, but Darius is still in Charlotte, and the song is called All the Way. So All the Way is like, really, it's just like a message of not giving up. We're taking it all the way to the top. Like, no matter how hard the circumstances, you could re-strategize, but always have that goal of, I'm going to make it no matter what. So that's what All the Way is about. The next song is Victory Laps. Victory Laps is kind of similar, like, you basically already won the race, so you're taking a victory lap. I have a video for this song, so if you haven't seen it, you can go on YouTube and watch it. But Victory Laps is all about, like, you did what you had to do, you won, and you're moving forward in your life. The next song is Riding. It was produced by Sequence Beats. It's kind of slow, like R&B-ish. So Riding is just appreciating my lady. That's what that song is about. But I'm pretty sure a lot of fellas will relate to this, because when they listen to it, they'll be like, oh man, the females will like this one. And then African Girls, which we already heard. Energy is Energy. I produced it, but it has like a reggaeton sounding beat. And then we had the Ebola song featuring Jimmy Black, and it was produced by Infectious Michael. Mm-hmm. This Ebola song basically is just saying that we will make it after Ebola. Like, Ebola will not last forever. Liberia will be whole again. Mm-hmm. So we made this song around that time. And then the last one is Pay the Dues. It's kind of like alternative rock as far as the production goes, but I'm rapping on it, and Pay the Dues is just a song showing respect to like all the cats I was telling you about in those days, the Roots, Tyler, Quali, all these guys, Common, and all the conscious artists, and Bob Marley, and people who really did music for the right reasons and really spoke to the hearts. Even Tupac spoke to the hearts of the masses, So that's, in a nutshell, that's it. 14 tracks on this album. It's a good project, man. It's a great project. I really want everybody to get a copy. You can just search Mezonic Inspired 2 online, and you'll find distribution for this everywhere. If you prefer to go to my website, I'll be more than grateful if you do that. My website is mrpellc.com. and look for the Inspire 2 page. Or you can just look for Mezonic Records, and that's it. But that's what the album is about.
All right. Well, you heard the man Mezonic. Inspire 2 is in store. You can check it out also on his website, mrpellc.com. Now, as you were talking, I was actually looking for Inspired. When you say the album is on sale, do you also, can I get it if I wanted to get it digitally, like on iTunes, and like if I just wanted to download on my phone, like if I go to iTunes, can I see it? Because I didn't see it when I went there. I only saw Inspire 1.
If you go, the fastest way to do this would be you can either go to my website or you can just go and Google search bar and type Mezonic Inspire 2. It's on iTunes, it's on Amazon, it's on Spotify, it's on every single digital downloading sites. And then I actually have websites that carry the full CD. So if you go on those sites, you can order a hard copy CD. But if you go on my website, on that page, the Inspire 2 page on my website, you can, like, some people might want to order T-shirts and all of those.
Right.
So that comes into play. Like, if they go on my website, they can order T-shirts along with the album and all that.
Okay.
But
I just found it. I was putting in Mezonic at first. When I put in, so for those that was wondering the same thing, if you put in Mezonic and then Inspire 2, Mezonic space Inspire and then the number 2, if you want to quickly download on iTunes, is there. Or like you said, you can go on his website as well, and it would take you to it. mrpellc.com. But quickly, I was able to get it, and I am going to get it to show support as well, like I always do to artists. Actually listen to it, and like the gentleman said, man, just to go down the list over here, and you can, if you listen, or the good thing about iTunes, you can listen to a few seconds of the song, and you can also get the song individually. So I'm looking at Coming to America, Back Against the Wall, Motivation, Small Time Girl, Seductive Measures, Plastic Surgery, dash, I think it should be plastic surgery dash bleaching. Plastic. It's a major thing that's going on in our African community, man. Seriously, it's crazy.
But again, at the same time you're talking about, you don't really want to push too much buttons. I'm a human, but at the same time, I don't want to push too many buttons with that, because it could be a personal friend that's doing that. The only thing you could do as a friend is be like, you gotta be careful because people develop cancer from that.
Right.
So one reason, but some people, they have, how you call it, vitiligo, or disco. I don't know if that's the same thing, but anyways, vitiligo is what Michael Jackson was suffering from. Some people have stuff like that on their skin.
Yeah, but brother, a lot of people that I know don't have vitiligo. I mean, and you're right. I mean, and I think we have to encourage people to appreciate the beauty instead of putting people down, because that can lead to it. People insecure about themselves, about their body, and next thing you know about their skin complexion, and next thing you know they want to lighten up their skin. And the sad thing about it is, I don't know what's going on, but some of our Liberian females, man, like, they need words of encouragement. That's how I'm just gonna leave it right there. But anyway, so plastic surgery, ghetto authors, all the way featuring, what's that? Is that Grenady and Darius, Victory Lab, Radin, African Girls, we play Energy, Ebola, and Pay the Dues. You can find that at Mezonic website, man. That's mrpellc.com. You can find it on CD Baby. You can definitely find it on iTunes, because I'm looking at it right now. And the brother have other merchandise that you would like to show support by purchasing. What are some of the merchandise you have on the website?
Right now, I'm only focusing on T-shirts. I mean, I wanted to do hats and all that, but I'm focusing on T-shirts. Mm-hmm. We got shows, and we got shows that we play. And then I just forgot, I did 2 mini shows recently. I did a T-Maya show in Raleigh, North Carolina, and then I did the T.Y. Savage show in Minnesota.
Okay.
So other than that, I mean, I'm playing my own shows to kind of bring Liberian artists together. You know, working with promoters. Hopefully, we get things rolling. But yeah, everything is looking smooth so far, and we just tell God thank you. You know, we really need your support. I mean, when we say support, because some people get it wrong. When Liberian artists say support, we're talking about if you like our song and you like it that bad, you're having a birthday party, try to work something out with your friends and get the artist out in your city. Or if you like the song that bad, go online and purchase it. You know, even if you don't purchase, you can even just go on the artist video page or something and leave a decent comment. Like, you know, the song it really touched my heart, or the album is great. Thank you so much. Keep doing what you. That's what support is to me. You know, I don't know what support is to other people, but that's what support is to me. Like, just that constant encouragement. Because once we are constantly encouraged to do something, I mean, we're going to continue to make it better. So that's what support is to me.
Right. And I totally agree with you, you know, and I tell people all the time, you know, people, especially our Liberian people, not to knock anybody, but, you know, I'm known for talking it like it is. We like free stuff. You know, like people reach out to me, oh, can I have that song that you just play on the radio? How do I download song from Wology? Or how do I get that artist song instead of actually trying to support the artist? I mean, 99 cents per song, sometimes, like, what is that? You spend like $20, $25, $50, you know, on things. You're trying to tell me you can't spend 99 cents per song, $9.99 or $10.99 on the artist's work. You rather just download it because, you know, you want to listen to it for free. You know, without understanding, you know, the artists got to go in studio, probably have to pay studio time, got to do the music video. We really need to change that concept. You know, you listen to the song, you like it, you know, show support.
You know what? I like to say something too, because that being, we can put it on some artists as well, because we got artists out here who are really serious, putting out decent music, putting out projects, but then you have artists who are always dropping free stuff. So it's like, at some point, we all have to say, you know what, we want to get money from our stuff. You can stream it, you can listen to it from DJs, but at the end of the day, if you really like it, you don't have to purchase it, because $1 and change is nothing. $1 and change, you use it every day just to buy regular lunch or whatever. So, you know, you can take $1 and change and purchase the artist song. If you don't feel comfortable using your credit card, hey, you can go up to Walmart, get one of those prepaid cards, put enough money on it, and purchase music from your own Liberian artist that you like. But at the end of the day, we all have to start encouraging people to purchase stuff instead of just giving them free stuff. Let them watch the videos free. You know, like they could watch the videos, they could stream the music, but when it comes to actually getting the stuff, it's just like any business, you know. The only way Liberian people will take this music business serious, it has to be a business. It cannot continue to be a free thing. Everything has to be business-wise. I approached a few artists about publishing, and they don't understand what publishing is. You know, and I was like, well, I can, you know, even if your stuff is out and you don't understand, you know, you letting money go by. Basically, some of them are getting airplay, and they don't even know they could be getting checks from that. I received checks from Europe. I've received checks from my music being played in Europe, and I didn't even know it was playing over there. You see what I'm saying? So that's what publishing is about. Like your music going film. I have my music in a film documentary, and they pay me like $300 just for like 10 seconds of my music. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm just saying, thinking about it, like, I'm like, when I'm making this stuff, I'm not even thinking somebody's going to pay me $300 for 10 seconds.
Right. But one of the stuff, and I had this conversation numerous times on my show with the very same conversation as to why artists are just putting stuff out there for people to download. And some of them will say, you know, nowadays people are not buying music anymore. We're making money from shows. So if you put it out and you get people like the music and you get famous, or the music get famous, then they call you to do a show and then you get paid.
Now, you know what? The thing about it is, like being honest, you gotta get out of that thought process of, and actually it's very confusing because we're looking at the American industry and trying to do it their way. Well, we need to get out of that because independent American artists, if you look at Tech Nine makes money from his shows, but he sells a lot of records and he's all independent. He only has a distribution deal like what I have. I mean, his deal is way better because, of course, like big stores are carrying his music. I have to say this too. My album Inspire 1. I'm the first Liberian artist to have my physical CD in Best Buy stores. It was in Best Buy stores in North and South Carolina. It wasn't all over the country. But just to be able to get that deal, to land that deal was not easy. And I managed to do that. We have to start getting away from this regular record deal thing because a lot of people in our communities have money. They have money to spend. But the thing is, we as artists, we need help. A lot of people graduate with a master's degree in the African community, especially Liberians, or even just business degrees, and they are sitting around looking for jobs instead of saying, you know what, this artist is very talented, he doesn't have a manager. Let me say I will manage him and contact another manager and get some pointers from him, or contact somebody, get some, all those things would create jobs instead of us just sitting back and waiting for this big deal. It's never going to happen. We have to make the moves now. We can't be waiting forever because it's never going to happen. So I had to just take the time out to learn for myself and do what I had to do, man.
That's the man Mezonic telling it like it is. Mezonic, unfortunately, we kind of out of time, but we definitely got to play one more song and then we'll bring it back to close up. So once again, I'm gonna let you do the choosing.
Okay, we're gonna get into Killing With It Love. I did this song kind of after the album, so you can download it online, but it's not on the album. But let's get Killing With It Love because I really want to hear your own thing right now.
So tell us a little bit before we play it. Tell us a little bit about Killing With It Love.
So Killing With It Love, I did a song just thinking about the concept. There was a Nigerian guy that produced the track, but I was like, man, what can I do with this song? And then my mind went on Killing With It. Basically, Killing With It, it's over a sweet plantain, or kind of overripe plantain that's fried. It has sometimes ginger and pepper, spicy plantain. But then, like, the metaphor I use, I'm like, Killing With It could be a beautiful girl who is a nice person, but she's spunky, kind of like, you don't want to mess with her, kind of, so that's kind of the whole idea of Killing With It Love, and I use different little words in between there to show the relations between a beautiful, sweet girl and then, the spiciness and stuff like that. So that's what Killing With It Love is about.
With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, Killing With It Love by the man Mezonic. Stay tuned here.
Yeah, so melodic. My Killing With It Love, 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 sexy, chamo, sexy. When I spotted Chamo, she was ripe like mango. I told her come get funky. She was bluffing the way she was shaking it, the way she was rocking it. That natural beauty all day. The people thought of her. My Killing With It Love, 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 sexy, Chamo, sexy. Robbie, sexy, Chamo, sexy, Robbie, my Killing With It Love, my Killing With It Love, my Killing With It Love, my Killing With It Love. You should see the way she smiles, she brighten up the skies, the way she walk and talk. You should see her beautiful eyes, sweet plantain, kele wele. when I stop, did I get it? Let's take a stroll on the beach now. Sexy girl, you know. My Kelly Willie love. My Kelly Willie love. My Kelly Willie love. My Kelly Willie love. Sexy. Chamo. Sexy. Robbie. My Kelly Willie love. My Kelly Willie love. My Kelly Willie love. My Kelly Willie love. Sexy. Chamo. Sexy. Robbie. We're not playing pocket test. Continue no traffic, eat the best. Don't let the series fool you, I put them to rest. Like a gorilla, I knock on my chest. We can feel the flow, feel the magic glow. I know you waiting on me for the show. Rock your body, move on the dance floor. It's faster than reading, I can score. A sweet potato, kill it with it dead. We never allow you to move fat way. Kaga like no children games. Brother, please tie with brown beans. Movie scene in a video club. Kissing her pink lips, it's all love. Enjoying the breeze from the coconut tree. The beer and gas put you on your knees. Yeah. This for all the sexy killer willies. Sweet potatoes. Sweet banana. Yeah, man. Do it for your Africa. My Kelly Willie sexy. My Kelly Willie love. My Kelly Willie sexy. My Kelly Willie love. Sexy. Chamo. Sexy. Robbie. My Kelly Willie sexy. My Kelly Willie love. My Kelly Willie sexy. My Kelly Willie love. Sexy.
I tell you, my Kelly Willie love. My Kelly, I can't sing, but I'm feeling this joint right now, y'all. It's hot.
Yeah, but man, I hope the DJs get behind that, man. Everybody need to hear that song, man.
I hope so too. What you need to do, man, I don't know if you already started doing it, but hit a couple of DJs out too in Liberia. Oh
yeah, I've been doing that. Trust me, man. I've been on the promotion for that song since it dropped. So a lot of DJs down there. I got people working on the ground too, promoting the song.
Okay.
So yeah. So Kelly Willie love. Hopefully the world will hear it, man.
You also got that online too for sale too, right?
Yeah, it's online for download, and I guess just to say one quick thing before we close, you were talking about how a lot of artists are complaining they don't want to do the whole song. I mean, they don't want to just not be selling music, this and that, and they want to make money. Well, you can still give some part of the song out. You don't have to give the entire song. So you can give some, and I'll really encourage people to go download the song anyway. Because if you do like 1 minute and change on the song and give that out for free, they're gonna want to go download it. So it might make them aggravated. Some people will get mad, but at the end of the day, if they really your fans and they really like the song, they'll still go download it. So yeah, that's another way to do it.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately we have run out of time, but there was a wonderful conversation with the man Mezonic. Make sure you check out his website, man, MRPELLC.com, Mezonic Production. What's it called again? Mezonic Production, something. Go ahead. What's the name?
Mezonic Records Production and Entertainment. But just search for Mezonic Music. If you go on YouTube, the easiest way, if you're looking for my album, put Mezonic in Google, Mezonic Inspired 2. If you're looking for a new album, if you just want to look for my music in general, just type Mezonic Music in Google, and everything will pop up on what I've done over the years. So
definitely. And Mezonic, thanks, man. Let's keep in touch. Maybe you got the Shada area locked down. I'm thinking about doing some kind of Wology pre-lunch, or not even pre-lunch because I've already been lunch. Some artists have suggested I do a show, but I'm not the show type. I reached out to a couple of people, but some people that was unreliable. So maybe, man, you can come up with something in the Shada area over there. For Wology, we can invite some of these artists and see if we can get something going.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. I mean, hey, first of all, I just want to tell you, thank you so much, the legend, man. I really appreciate you putting me on this show because I mean, as you know, I've been trying so hard to get on it for a while, and you know, just to speak directly to my Liberian people. I know we're able to get on for Liberia, but
We'll bring back. We'll bring. I like some of the stuff you said, and once I've been off the air also for a while because of computer problem. But once once everything works out in Liberia, and we've had ever the computer issue, I promise on national, I got a recording too. We're gonna bring you back and talk more, primarily about the Liberian entertainment industry and some of the stuff you got going on. Is, maybe perhaps you can give some artists some words of encouragement, especially those that are in Liberia. So we're definitely gonna bring you back.
Oh yeah, definitely. As far as Liberia, we really have to help our brothers because it's almost like nobody's really giving them the real consultation that they need to do this thing the right way. Everybody's just trying to copy from what other people are doing, and that really shouldn't be. I mean, as artists, we gotta be creative and just come up with our own style, make Liberian accent the best thing. Everybody can you imagine the Jamaicans? It's like if I hear Jamaican music, man, I just feel good. I'm not even from there. I've never been there before.
Right.
But the people just love the culture to the point where they got everybody loving their music, and it really stems from music. So we have to look at things that way. Like we have to make our music so good to the point where it's like anybody hear it, it doesn't matter what part of the world they're from. So they could be like, man, I want to associate myself. I want to buy this stuff. I want to see what Liberia is all about. I want to understand what they're talking about. We got to just make it fun. We got to make it fun and creative. And leave all the extra craziness out of it, but just make it fun and creative. And the more we do that, the more people will gravitate towards us.
Definitely. With that being said, man, Mezonic, I'm gonna let you just send your last shout out to your fans, family, whoever you want to send a shout out to, and we're gonna call it a day. Thanks so much for taking the time to come on I Rep Lib and tell the listeners a little bit about you and what you got going on, brother.
Yeah, so, I just want to tell my Lord and Savior, thank you, first of all, for blessing me. This year has been tough, man. I lost my father back in February. I lost my cousin last year, but I'm still going, A lot of people thought I wasn't going to do music again, and I still decided to move forward with it. So, I could have just said, you know what, I'm going to leave this music thing and just focus on my family, but I'm grateful to God that He's still giving me the energy in my life, even with kids, to do this thing. It's not easy. Now, the second thing I want to tell all my Liberian people, all my Liberian radio personalities and DJs, to really rally around us, try to help us out. Some people some artists might be trying funny acting. We can just move on to the next artist. Some people are humble. Deal with the humble people and try to give your advice for all of us to build this industry. For the Liberian people, I just say I love you guys from the depth of my heart. All my Liberian people around the world, I love you guys. Please show your support for all of us, not just a few of us. And show your support for the serious ones that are really doing this thing, trying to make a difference. Because at the end of the day, we're speaking Liberia name out to the world. Like I'm actually promoting this Killing With It sound, Killing With It love to even American DJs. I'm doing that. The ones who play it, but that. We're trying to do this for Liberia. We believe that entertainment can make a huge difference in our country. Matter of fact, entertainment could probably develop our country way faster than us depending on government. For our Liberian brothers and sisters who are educated without jobs, please look at the entertainment industry. Helping artists, get some consultation from me or whoever knows the business, and start helping that artist. You never know, maybe that artist will become somebody like P Square or whoever else. So I'm just saying, let's love each other, forget about all this hatred and confusion, and just keep on moving, trying to build our country. Everything we do, let's always remember Liberia. If we're here working hard, let's remember to do well and help out in Liberia, whether it's developing or building a house or whatever else we're doing there. So at the end of it, we always have to have real love for LIB.
That's what's up. Well, ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, this is the show I Rep Lib. Tune in every Saturday, same time 2 to 3, where we interview outstanding Liberian entertainers. All right, next week, don't forget we got LEA. LEA got to come and answer some questions. They're gonna be on here. The man Tiger's on there. Hopefully, it works out this time. But thanks once again to the man Mezonic. Make sure you check out his website, Mezonic Records Production and Entertainment LLC. That's www.mrpellc.com. Mezonic, man, thanks so much, brother, and we look forward to talking to you, and keep it in touch, man.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me, bro. I really appreciate it.
Not a problem. My kiddo with it.
We never allow you to move it. Gaga like no children games. Brother, please tie with brown beans. Movie scene in a video club. Kissing her pink lips, it's all love. Enjoying the breeze from the coconut tree. Liberian girl put you on your knees. Yeah. This for all the sexy killing willies. Sweet potatoes. Sweet banana. Yeah, man. We do it for your Africa. My killing Willie sexy. My killing Willie.